Alright guys, welcome back to some more Reflex. Today we have a new, very fresh and new custom track by Red Rider 197. It is Red Wig. Now, it is a national style track. It's a very long track. For me, I did get, I believe I got under 3 minutes, but for the most part, I was like 3 minutes or over. So it's a big track. He did say that it's his first, which is really crazy. He said it's his first original national style track. And I thought about that for a bit, but yeah, he's done a ton of national replicas and he's done some supercross tracks, but now that I think about it, he hasn't done an original national track. So really sweet. It's crazy because he's been making tracks for so long that it just feels like he's done this before, but he really hasn't, he said. So really crazy considering, I mean, he has the expertise in making custom tracks, obviously. Red Rider's a big time heavy hitter in making custom tracks, so yeah, this, for being his first technically custom original national track, it's amazing. Environmentally crazy, right? It is crazy good, really crazy good, and the track itself is whoa, like whoa. The first impression I had of the track was that it kinda had a Nick DeLeon feeling, because it's really twisty, curvy, and I've played a bunch of tracks by Nick that have that same feeling. For example, you hit a jump and I was jumping off the track because it curved away from me. So it took me, I probably rode for over an hour on the track before I was able to get these 3 laps for you that I was, I guess, satisfied with. They weren't great, but I felt like they were good enough to showcase a track for you. And it does have multiple line choices on it, and it's in a style that I love because it's kind of realistic, but it has these really big fantasy style jumps, and he did say that's kind of what he was going for when he was making this track. So he did say it's also meant to be for all skill levels in the game, so if you're not really good at reflex, you can still have fun on the track. You could take the smaller line or whatever. There is actually quite a few different ways through this track that all skill levels can enjoy, and that's coming from me, and I feel like I'm pretty average at the game. You know, I'm not really bad, but I'm not really good. Here, this section, there is I kept going to the right because it was more fun, and I don't feel like it was a really tough line, but I feel like it was probably tougher than taking the inside. I actually don't ever take the inside. I did on my first few laps, but it just wasn't as fun for me. I didn't enjoy it as much, so I just prefer to take the big outside lines because that's how I like playing reflex. Those are the kind of tracks I like. Like here, you could have taken the table and then doubled and then single into the corner, but it's not as fun. But again, if you're not as good at reflex, I'm not saying as good as me because, like I said, I'm just average, guys, okay? So we're no reflex pro, but you could take a different line there. And then here, before I was going to the outside, but I don't know why, it was just more fun taking the inside. Same with this, and if you take the line we take here, I kept getting a bit of reflex hitting that step up, and then it kind of messed me up for this section. But I feel like you actually could send it off of that step up and double. I never actually got it, but I'm pretty sure you could. This section is super tricky. You could triple quad, which we did do, I believe, in the first lap, but we kind of messed it up here, and we messed it up on the next lap as well. But really tricky section. I mean, the first couple laps I did, I'm pretty sure I was doubling through that. So really tough section. And it's rewarding when you actually hit it right. I don't feel like the track is terribly rough. as far as having a ton of ruts. He made the ruts pretty easy, pretty big, pretty spaced out so you could squeeze into a bunch of different ones, but the roughness on this track comes from how he put the big rollers in corners and in straightaways. But overall, I feel like the track isn't super rough, and I suppose that goes with his theme of having the track being kind of simple, to where if he made it super rough and had a million ruts in every corner, it would be a lot tougher for somebody that hasn't played Reflex that much or just isn't as good at the game. So he did find a gorgeous, a beautiful balance to how he made this track. And the finish line here was super tricky. I messed this up so many times. Again, it was one of those jumps that kind of curves away from you, so you have to hit it at the right angle, and we kept coming in on the right side, when you really want to be on the left side and then kind of cut across it to the right. So it's fantastic. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. Just like Landvetter, this track is insane. It is super original. It has pretty much everything I love to see in a Reflex custom track, especially a national track where fast speeds, high speeds, fast pace, a bit of roughness, some ruts, but not super insane. You know, he did, I don't know if it was Freestone or which track it was, but some of his, or maybe it was RDC that did Hangtown. Tons of ruts. I loved it, but sometimes it's fun to get away from that and have a smoother track that you can just fly around. And this track, the environment, the sky, the canyons in the background, I mean, it's called Red Wig. Just fantastic. The red soil, awesome job. Like, I am blown away. The Freestone track he did was great. The last track he did that I felt like I was just at a loss for words was probably the Wild Wilderness Supercross track, that nighttime Supercross track he did, the hybrid. That track was fantastic. 10 out of 10. This track, 10 out of 10. There really isn't anything that I feel like I would want to see different. It's so good. It has the challenges, it has the easiness, it has the flow, the environment, the not the textures, the ruts. It's the whole package. It really is. So we've been kind of spoiled here lately with the Landvetter Supercross track by Phillip and by Redwick by Red Rider 197. Go check this out. It is fantastic, and I had no idea. Usually you guys always say something in the comments that, hey, this track is probably coming so-and-so. I had no idea. I just happened to check Reflex Central, and boom, this track is here. So you're probably seeing this on Tuesday. Track came out, what, Sunday or Monday? Maybe today, Monday. I'm doing this video on Monday, so very well could have been Monday, but it's awesome. Check it out, guys. It's a good challenge for good players and medium skill players like myself, and it's fun for people that maybe not quite as good at the game. It is definitely for all skill levels. Check it out. Awesome job. You guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.